Welcome to this look at new mods on Farming Simulator 22 with me, Mr. Sealy P. It's Tuesday, it's the 25th of January. We have got an absolute ton of new mods to get through again today. We do have three updates. One of them is in front of me here, the Evers Agro HSD6 by Vertex Design, but the update for this is console release, so we'll get onto that in just a minute. The Multi-Production Factory and the Forage Factory by LSMT modding team, H-Star I think it is, yeah. They've both had updates. The one for me that stands out of the two of those, the Forage Factory, pig food production has been added into that one. So if you put in canola, soybean, wheat and potato, you can get pig food out. So yeah, pig food production. That's pretty good. In front of me then, the Evers Agro HSD6 by Vertex Design. 11.09 megabytes download, 4 slots on console. This is a subsoiler. It will bring up large stones. This is, I think, a couple of standard in-game ones. This has got front and rear 3-point link, so it will hook onto a tractor, and then you can also run an implement behind it as well, and the PTO can run between. Another really nice mod by Vertex Design. It looks absolutely great. It does have one small drawback, though. It's a minor thing, but it depends how you view your mods and how you choose what mods you're going to use. If for you a subsoiler is a subsoiler, then this may be one of those things that may be a sticking point. So it's 10,500 to buy, requires 120 horsepower, and it's 2.5 meters wide. There are no options available on it. You get it just like that. So, like I say, if to you a subsoiler is a subsoiler, you're going to do some subsoiling, that's fine. The standard Combi Plow Gold 4M and the DC 401 are both the same price, but 4 meters wide. So you're getting a much narrower one for the same price. Now, if it is that you specifically want to use that because you love the brand or the modders or whatever, then absolutely fantastic. But I'm just highlighting the options and the points, pros and cons, that kind of thing. It's kind of what I'm supposed to do, isn't it, really? So we'll hook it up. He says, there you go. Drop it down, and as you can see already, we've got some larger stones coming up out the ground. I really do like the design of it. I mean, like I say, that being said about it being a little bit narrower, it does look really, really nice. So, the Evers HSD6 by Vertex Design. I'm going to jump to this one next. I'm not kind of following the order of the mods on the Mods Hub. Yeah, I'll do it this way around, only because of the way I've laid them out as it is so far. So this is the Amazon Catros 6002. This is by Nichols. 7.85 megabytes download. 5 slots each, and I say each because there are 2 in this pack. This is a 6 meter wide disc harrow, so it should do shallow cultivation. It's 3-point link mounted. It doesn't have wheels. There's a standard version, and then there's one you'll find under slurry tanks, which is the Vogelsang version. That will hook up to anything that has a 3-point link, slurry tank or digestate tank related. So you can fertilise with slurry or digestate at the same time as cultivating, because it has all the tubes and pipes and various different things required to do that. You'll find it under disc harrows for the standard version, if you want to call that. 31 grand, requires 180 horsepower, run at 8 miles per hour. We've got a number plate option. That's it for that. And then the other version you'll find under slurry tanks. So any of the slurry tanks that has a 3-point link on the back of it that's designed for that purpose, it will work on that, whether it be a vehicle, whether it be a trailer. So there you go on the end, a 6002 with Vogelsang Sin Cut. Again, 31 grand, 180 horsepower required, 6 meters wide. No options for that either. But what we'll do, let's hop in, hook up, unfold. Nice smooth animation. Not a bad width for the price either. There you go, shallow cultivation, no stones being brought up. And if we go to this one here, unfold. As that one goes, you might see it's slightly darker than the other one. So we're getting the cultivation, but it is fertilising at the same time as you go. Very nice indeed. The Amazon Catros 6002 by Nichols. Now, the next one is it this one? Yeah, kind of. There's part of this is an ethereal mod, but part of it's not. There's no slot count for this. You'll see. Well, actually, it is technically an ethereal mod. This is the Auger wagon with lime. This is by TF2020 mods. If you have this installed, it changes some things. One, if we go up to our auger wagons, with this installed, it now means all of the auger wagons will also take, on top of the regular crop types, seed and fertiliser, it will now take pig food and lime. So you can use these for transporting those things around as well. So it adds those on to all of the auger wagons, which is great. So like I said, there's no slot count with it because the auger wagon's already there. It's just adding some extra things in, which is great. But what it also does is it makes the trains, so if you're on a map with a train, it says, in addition, trains can now transport everything that normal trailers can also transport. So I've done a little video clip. I personally think this is the more important part of this mod. Game changer partly, I think. Any map that has a railroad in it, that has railroad silos, because it makes the train be able to carry anything now, it also makes the silo be able to hold anything, because that's what it's telling me. The silo's empty, but if I go across, we can do all of the regular stuff. Grapes, olives, we then go through potatoes, sugar beet cut, sugar cane, seeds, total mix ration, forage, chaff, wood chips, everything. Hay, straw, snow, road salt, lime, pig food, fertilisers, stones, mineral feed. So that, in essence, not only does it make the trains able to carry anything, the silo needs to be able to as well if you're going to store it. So on any map, that gives you a multi-fruit silo, usually of a very large capacity. I think that's absolutely brilliant. So there you have it. I don't know whether or not that the silo situation side of things is a knock-on. I don't know if that's something that TF2020 mods intended, but of course the silo would have to hold all the things the train can take. Otherwise, what would be the point of putting it on the train? Other than taking it A to B, I guess. But anyway, it's very cool. Like that, the auger wagon with lime. Next, I'm going to go to these, and we've got today is buy. It's like the stock market. We have got what shall I start with? At the back, Buyable large stack of bales. This is by MechMods, 0.06 megabytes to download. This adds in bale stacks. What's pretty cool about this as well is the way it's been approached. I kind of like it. If we go into our objects and we go across to our bales, we've got our standard in-game bales, and if we click on a bale, we do have the option of doing the stacks up to 8, which is great. Nothing wrong with that at all. 8 bales at a time, very handy. But the price is, it's just a multiple of whatever it is you're doing. With this mod installed, we have got square bales grass, square bales hay, square bales straw. The grass bales are 6,500 litres each. The hay bales are 8,000 litres each. The straw bales are 9,000 litres each. We've got square silage bales, which are 5,000 litres each. Then we move on to our round bales. So the round bales grass are 3,500. The hay bales are 4,500. The straw bales are 5,000. And the silage bales are 3,500. But here's the thing. Rather than going up to a stack of 8, you can go all the way that way if you want to. Or if we go back the other way, we can do 30 at a time. But here's the thing. It pays to buy in bulk. So rather than it just be a multiple of 30 bales at X amount, the more bales you buy, the cheaper it becomes. So, yeah, pays to buy in bulk. If you buy 30 bales, that's 105,000 litres of silage sitting there. Yeah, it's going to cost you, what was that, 46,370. But I think it's a really handy option. Plus, it saves you having to, you know, not that it's a major hassle, but I have to keep clicking 8 and keep, you know, if you just bang 30 bales wallop, and you can do it anywhere from 1 up to 30. So whatever amount you require, you can do. Fantastic option. Very cool indeed. That's by MechMods. Next, we have got, I want to go the right side, this one here. This is the package of premium pallets and bags. This is by Happy Mole, 4.52 megabytes to download. I think they're 1 slot each, or it might be 2 slots each. And it's pretty much pallets of everything. Now, again, I'm not going to go through and compare prices compared to buy anything silos, all the various different things that are available. And again, it depends when you're watching this mod review. There might be even more mods out that allow you to buy pallets or buy in bulk, or so comparing the prices between them all can get a little bit tricky. But just to say that we have got full pallets of 1,000 litres, and then in front you can buy any of the pallets in individual bags as well of 50 litres. So you can throw them in the back of your pickup or do whatever you want if you need a little bit of something, or if you're going for a slightly more immersive kind of storyline, let's play type thing. That's entirely up to you. These you will also find under your objects. These are under pallets. And as we get to there, so we've got seed, solid fertilizer, lime, wheat. I think the prices are pretty much equitable with standard. It's not like they're really, really cheap or anything like that. I think they're pretty much standard. They're 1,050. Sorry, I thought it was because the bag was in front. It was showing them both. Yeah, 1,050 litres. But the prices are pretty equitable. Wheat, pig food, oats. The pig food are grand. That's pretty good, isn't it? Oats, road salt, manure, mineral feed, and then we do all the same things again, but in individual bags of 50 litres. Same thing again. Very nice indeed. If you want to go down that route and buy your stuff like that, you absolutely can. Which brings me on to, oh sorry, before I forget, that was by Happy Mole. Then we've got Buyable products. Now this one, I would say, buy now while you can. Get them quickly. If you're a little bit short on some of those products, you know what it's like, you know, you're trying to do your production chains and you want to do everything, but you can't quite manage all of it. So this is the Buyable products by Jelonek. 0.66 megabytes download, 2 slots for each pallet. Now, same with these ones as well, and with the bales. Once you've used them, those slots vanish because it's gone. You've used them on, so you'll get your slots back onto your slot count. So we do have sugar, we do have butter, we have raisins, and we have premium flour in packets. Now, the reason I say get them quickly is on the ModHub website, this shows each one, and it says the sugar box pallet is 1,000 litres and costs 2,000. The flour box pallet is 1,000 litres for 850. The butter box is 1,000 litres for 2,000, and the raisins are 1,000 litres for 3,000, it says on there. However, now I don't know if this is going to get an update, so that's what I'm saying. Before it gets an update, buy as many as you can. But it might be correct, but just in case. If we go back to our pallets again and we scroll across, each one of those says 500 for 1,000 litres. That's brilliant. I don't know if that's a mistake, whether that's a standard set price on the XMLs and that hasn't been adjusted. I don't know, but compared to what it says on the website of what they should be and what it's saying there, especially the raisins, it says 3,000 for 1,000 litres. That's 500. Get them while you can. Once they're gone, they're gone. Kind of situation. So there you go. Buyable products. Might help out with some of your production chains if you need it. That's by Jelonek. Next, I'm going to say this is a game changer. I'm going to call it a game changer. What I'm really pleased about, I'm very happy about, is this has been made by one of my Discord moderators. This is by Zach Schultz. Well, it says Schultz, but anyway. This is the Toolbox. 0.11 megabytes download, 1 slot on console, by SleutjesModding. That's why I put Game Changer on here. This was what we were asking for on FS19 for 3 years. This is a portable toolbox. All of the other toolbox mods, I'm not, yeah. You don't need them anymore. But you can still use them. Because there'll be storylines and things you want to do and that kind of thing. But it's a toolbox. It's pick-upable. It's transportable. The only thing I will say is I couldn't get it to strap down in the back of the pickup. If I put the strap across, it went underneath it, and when I drove, it kind of bounced around the back. But I don't care. It's transportable, and it works. So here's the thing. To get it to work, did I say what it was? Yeah, I did, didn't I? Yeah, 0.11 megabytes in 1 slot. You need it to be with the clips to open the case, the 2 clips, facing the vehicle. It needs to be upright and on the floor. If you can see on the left-hand side, it says L3, open vehicle options. Now, it does also say in the instructions you may need to adjust the distance, because if I click L3 now, nothing's coming up. I found out to come back a bit further. It's not going to work now, is it? Please work. It works. There we go. Mobile vehicle workshop. Customise and repair your vehicle on the go. Now that may change depending on the size of the vehicle. It may be this distance because if you've got harvesters and that kind of thing. But in all honesty, again, who cares if you have to take a few steps backwards before the actual trigger works? Open vehicle workshop menu, do your repairs, your customisations, and you can have as many as you like. It's not like a sleep trigger where you can have one in each trailer. You can have them dotted around the map, and the great thing is we'll just have one in the back of a pickup or a quad bike or whatever it is, and just whiz around doing your repairs. Brilliant. Love it. I know a lot of people say, oh, it's not a game changer. I'm not joking when I say all the way through FS19, people would ask me quite a lot, because we had it on FS17 and no one could understand why we didn't get it on 19, and we were told the usual, oh, you can't because of scripts. We've got it now, so yeah, you will find it. Oh no, this is under, right, it's under build mode. It's under tools, and the great thing as well is it's only 750. Place it wherever you want on the map, and then once it's placed, go and pick it up. The happiest of days. That's by SleutjesModding. The mobile toolbox. Brilliant. Love it. Right, next, let's move on. We have got this. This is the Metal Shed. This is by Camelos0397. It's 9.01 megabytes to download. It is 12 slots on console. There's no lighting inside. It's open on 2 sides, kind of like an L-shaped siding. Nicely detailed. The texturing and the, it looks worn. You've got like rusty corrugated panels and various different objects around the inside. But not that they're going to take up space when you want to put stuff in there. It's a nice size, big open front for getting in whatever you want to put in it. This is also under build mode. You'll find it under sheds. Right at the very end there. Slot count is 12. It will come down to 1 for any subsequent one. 13 grand to buy, so not very expensive either for a nice size shed. I might be placing one of those. I'm just thinking. Yeah. Very cool. That's by Camelos0397. Next we have got this. This is Aunt Emma's Shop by LSMT modding team Stefan. 3.39 megabytes download, 13 slots on console. This is a sell point. It's a sell point that will take pretty much all of the production chain's products. This isn't a sell point for wheat, barley, those kind of things. It will do, I'm pretty sure it's just the production chain stuff. Really nice design. I mean, it's nice to have on the on any map as well, I guess, because you've got a little outside cafe area and stuff as well. Round the back is your sell point. Round here, $13 slots. There's a load of detail on there. It's very cool. This is also under build mode. You'll find it under production. You'll find it under selling points. Right at the very end. It's only 40 grand as well. So yeah, all the things there. Milk, eggs, lettuce, flour, olive oil, canola oil, cheese, strawberries. Yeah, it's pretty much everything that you can produce, but it's not your crops, those kind of things. So it's a production chains sell point. Lovely. By LSMT modding team Stefan. Moving on from there, we have got this. This is the adjustable drawbar pack. This is by EY Modding, 0.17 megabytes download, one slot each. There's a round drawbar and a flat drawbar. Also, it says cylindrical and flat. Yeah, they come on a pallet like that. Now, the purpose behind these, I think on FS19 when this came out, I don't think I showed it properly. It's designed for smaller, older, maybe two-wheel drive tractors. The drawbar goes on at the bottom. And if you hook up to something that puts a lot of weight over that back axle, what can often happen is the weight of this, the drawbar, lifts the wheels and you lose traction on your tyres, depending on the ground, that kind of thing. So what you do is you adjust the drawbar hits the bar on here, and it kind of forces the wheels back down onto the ground to get your traction back again. That's the purpose behind it. You'll find it under tools and miscellaneous, or them should I say. The drawbar round 100, drawbar square 100, like I say, one slot each anyway. We can change the main colour to anything on that palette, literally on that palette, but also that palette, to mix and match or however you want with whatever you're doing. So what we'll do, this takes a little while to get going. We'll start out. Let it do its thing. There we go. As soon as you hook it up, the pallet goes. And what I'll do is drop that right down. Hopefully this will hook up properly. Don't always. There we go. Right. So as you drive, you notice there's a little bit of wheel slip. When I came up the hill, the drawbar was pushing down and the whole thing, it just went a bit squirrely. If you lift that up until you get a bit of tension on it, you notice that as soon as that touches, it forces that back axle down. You get just a little bit more traction, you lose that bit of slip. That's what it's for. And you can adjust it on the fly, so as you need to, you can make subtle adjustments to it if you want to. Too much and it does that. Too little, you notice there's a lot more slip. You just want to balance it just right. There we go. That's the adjustable drawbar pack by EY Modding. What's the next one we're going to be looking at? Oh yeah, let me disconnect that. Let's disconnect that. Should I grab another tractor? Oh, I did. That's all right. Didn't need to disconnect those. We've got this. This is the Lizard Z525 Tedder. It's very small. It is 3.44 megabytes download. It's 2 slots on console, 2.7 meters wide. It's by Querty, Puszkap and Consi. See all the belts and stuff off there that run off the PTO to get them the tines to spin, to move all of your grass, to dry it all out. You'll find it under Tedders. 6,000 to buy. Only requires 34 horsepower, and it's very small. Like I say, 2.7 meters. It's not for doing tedding of massive fields. You can have normal, I think there's like solid rubber tyres or wheels with a tyre. We can change the main colour, which anything on that palette there does the top section, and then we can do design colour, which does the tine section and support posts like that. Whoops, woke up, turn it on, drop it down. I really do like the tedding animations on FS22 now. And there you go. We're tedding our grass and turning it into straw. Lovely job. It's one of those jobs on a smaller farm as well. You can just happily just plod up and down with a big smile on your face doing your tedding. Excellent. So, the Lizard Z525 by Querty, Puszkap and Consi. Bear with me a second. Next we have this. This one's got me a little bit puzzled, I'll be honest. This is the implement mover for skid steer. This is 0.43 megabytes to download. This is also by EY Modding. Yeah, for skid steer loaders. It's one slot, and it's this attachment. And what it's designed for is for your skid steer loaders, you know, for doing your shunting work around a yard, whatever it is you're doing. But that will allow you to hook up to implements with a 3-point link to move them around the yard. Now, that's all well and good. So I thought that'd be cool. I'll grab a seeder or something, and you know, I'll just do a little quick demonstration of moving something around in the yard as you would do. However, if you have larger implements, it's too much weight for it. So if I hook it up, I can lower it down a little bit and try and get. I mean, we're okay. I mean, but we are absolutely on the border of what that will be able to cope with. And the problem you've got as well is I picked that because it's got wheels. A lot of the other seeders and things don't have wheels, so all of the weight of the implement would be on that link. Moving on from there, I'm going to do what I did on yesterday's mod review. So everything has been set up to this point, but the things I've got coming up have got quite a few options, and I'm worried about game crashing. So just bear with me a second. Okay. Next up then, we've got the Brantner DD24073/2 XXL by Archimedes. 6.12 megabytes download. I haven't put a slot count down yet because I haven't even looked at it yet. So let's have a look. Now we do have the Z18051, so this is a bigger version. We do have, hang on, the 24073 XXL. Huh, okay. So we've already got that one. It's the same thing. I'm assuming we're just going to have some different options, colour options and that kind of thing potentially. Okay, slot count is 6. It will take all of those crop types there. There you go, it didn't crash, that's great. Configuration, we've got standard, we've got extension, so it can go from 17,900 litre to a 25,500. We can have a bale trailer, open that side, bale trailer, open that side, bale trailer completely open, or back to that again. The bale trailers, I would imagine, have got straps, so what we'll do is let's lease one of those. Wheel options, we've got Continental, we've got Trelleborg, Michelin, BKT, Vredestein, and back again. None of those came up with any options other than what it comes with, like that. Cover, yes or no. We don't have to have a cover on. We can change the main colour of the cover. The main colour of the cover of the trailer, and then we've got the option of number plate if you wish to choose it. So let's go up to, we'll put a cover on and we'll go to the larger option and lease that. I say normally these things I would have set up, and I've had so many problems, I just would rather kind of do it this way. Okay, so straps all the way along on the bale trailer. It does look like we've got a trailer hitch on the rear. Whether I can get this to see these sorts of things I normally have set up before I start the mod review, so I can just drive straight on, and it's like that. It makes life so much easier. There we go, they do hook together. Tip side grain door looks like that. Tip side left. Bottom flap opens. Tip side right will be the opposite of that. Tip side back. Nice sound effects. It's not overly fast, but it's not ridiculously slow either. Lovely. That's the Brantner DD24073/2 XXL by Archimedes. Next, I'll go and get it in a second, but we'll do it from here. We've got the Strautmann Tera-Vitesse CFS2201 by Variofan 1987. It's 8.66 megabytes download. It is a forage wagon. Do we have... I think it's one of the older ones that's been ported over, isn't it? There we go on the end. Yeah, I was going to say we don't have one standard in game. So there you go on the end. 95 grand, 5 slots, 40,000 litres, requires 180 horsepower. We have the option of Trelleborg, Michelin, Vredestein, BKT. The only one that's got an option under there is Vredestein. Oh, hang on, sorry, it's Vredestein. And we've got 2 different tyre choices. I think the rest, yeah, we don't get any other options on those. Then design, we've got standard or metering rollers. It puts those rollers inside on the back. That they'll just spin just to make sure stuff comes out. Obviously, in game it will come out anyway, but that's, you know, in the real world that's what it have. We've got silage additive tanks on there. So if you are doing this for silage work and you're going to be put into a bunker silo, you're picking up grass, you can add the additive in. Should improve yield on your silage, and we have a number plate option as well. Let's lease one of those. So it should work pretty much like any other forage wagon, loading wagon does. We start it up. Everything starts spinning. We lower the pickup. Do we have the option to adjust height? We do. So we can adjust the height depending on what you're towing it with. So you try and keep it as level as you can. But sometimes you get undulations on the ground and you might want to lower it a little bit so the pickup works a little bit better. So as you can see now, that's not picking up. Oh yeah, we can adjust that as well at the top. So if you're putting into that with a... Is that not picking up? Did that pick up a tiny bit of grass at the start? It did, didn't it? So it's registering the grass and not the... Oh, hang on, it did take some more. That's a bit worrying. But that pickup, we've got that, and that's pretty much where it should be. It does not want to pick this hay up. Oh, okay, that's better. God, that's quite finicky. I haven't really come across ones that have been like that before. Yeah, that pickup needs to be absolutely... There we go, it's picking up now. There we go. It's probably worked a lot better if it wasn't picking up from an open source of cut grass. If it's picking up from a swath or something like that, I would imagine it probably works a lot better. But that did seem a little bit... You had to get it just right for that to pick up. Anyway, that's the Strautmann Tera-Vitesse CFS2201 by Variofan 1987. Next we've got under trailers the Joskin Dracar 8600 by NicoPix's 7.18 megabytes download. That should be, there we go, right at the very end. 59 grand. It's 6 slots. We've got the option of standard with an extension. Standard is 47,000 litres, with extension is 48,500. Obviously standard, you can have the cover on it. So there, cover yes or no. You don't have to have the cover on it. But if you go for the extension, it takes that off anyway. I am going to keep it like that because I'm just going to double check that we'll still take everything with the extension. Sometimes they don't. We've got the option of Trelleborg, Michelin, Nokian, BKT, Vredestein, back to Trelleborg. Trelleborgs, we've got standards and, whoa, they're proper wides, aren't they? Look at those. Big boys. Michelin, standard and wides. Nokian, just standards. BKT, standards, and back to Vredestein again. Oh no, we didn't do Vredestein. Vredestein, their wides are a little bit more sedate, I think. Then we've got a change in main colour. Anything on that palette? Whoa, okay. Design colour. Rim colour. That looks awful. Not the mod, but what I chose. And then we've got license plate option, should you wish to choose it. Right, so let's lease that. So on our way out, we do have options for, this should be for raising and lowering the sides, I think. L1 and right stick side to side will raise and lower that side. Up and down. Oh, what is that changing? Side to side's doing that. No, not getting anything up and down. Oh right, if we do R1 and right stick side to side, we do that side, up and down, we'll adjust the height of the trailer. I think it's supposed to do that front section. L1 and R1? No, it's got to be... For some reason... Yeah, I can't seem to see any other option that it's going for. Anyway, what we'll do is we'll double check on the filling. So with the extensions, will it still take everything? It absolutely will. Probably need to do is adjust that so that all the wheels sit on the ground a little bit better. Looks very strange in those colours. Front and rear steer on the 3 axles on the trailer. We've got tip side back, tip side grain door, tip side back. Grain door looks like that. 3 smaller chutes on the back. Then we go to tip side back. Whole lot opens. And there we go. Very nice. That is the Joskin Dracar 8600 by NicoPixes. Next. Right, so I have gone back in time, simply because, as you can see, looking out there, everything's gone. You probably know why by now. So, the next of the mods we're going to be looking at is the IH Maxxum series by Schnibbl Modding and Redcat 3D, 10.46 megabytes download. Don't know why I jumped then. Maybe I'm just excited. Under small tractors. The standard in-game Maxxum is 112 grand and 18 slots. The modded Maxxum is... I am baffled. Is 17 slots. Options, there are more options than the standard in-game one. We'll just say that. We've got Trelleborg, we've got Michelin, Continental, Mitas, BKT, Vredestein and Nokian tyres. Under Nokians, we've got standards or communal. There's no second tyre option, or third if you want to look at it like that. Under our Trelleborg, we've got standard weights, wides, wide and weights, narrows, rear twins, twins and back to standard. Some of them have a narrow option, some don't. Michelin doesn't have a narrow option. Continental does have a narrow, but doesn't have rear twins or twin option. Mitas starts on wide, has wide and weights, and that's it. BKT, standard, we go through rear twin, twin, back to standard, no narrows. The Vredestein, I think, has all of them. Narrows, rear twin, twin, yep. And then we're back to the knock-ins again. So we'll just stick with what we've got there. We have got interior colour. We've got grey, or we've got grey and carpet. We've then got beige. I quite like the beige because it really makes it stand out and it seems a lot brighter in there. Beige and carpet. Back to grey. So we'll go beige and carpet. Beacon lights left and right. or off completely. We've got on the rear small fender or a broad fender. I suppose if you're going to go for a much broader tyre, you want the broad fenders, but I do like that look. We'll go with that because we've got a slightly larger. Do we go for a larger tyre? We have now. Front loader attacher, no. Quick, Hauer, or back off again. Then we've got 145 horsepower, 155 horsepower, 169 horsepower, and 175 horsepower being the highest that goes up to. We can change the main colour to anything on that pallet there. The 145 years edition one is a little bit. I mean, yeah, it probably looks much better out in the sunlight, I would think. I prefer the standard red, but that's my own personal opinion. And then we've got an option for license plate, should you wish to have front, rear, etc., etc. Actually, what I will do is let's just go onto there. I'm going to take that off. There we go, and we shall lease. Lovely. Let's hop in. Start it up and get it into the lights. It's weird how on some maps, I found this quite a lot, but over here it seems really dim, and as I move further out onto the field, everything lightens up. I don't know, it's very odd how the lighting does that. Anyway, that being said, under L1, no options, R1, no options, L1, R1 is where we get all our options. So left stick opens and closes the sunroof. Up and down. Well, that says up and down. Well, that's my cruise control. What am I thinking? Sorry, I was looking at the one. Right stick, so L1, R1, right stick side to side, opens and closes the left door. Up and down will open the rear window. Horn. Beacons. Lights. Very nice. Sorry, go through that option to sort the mirrors out if they're flickering. Interior, nice and detailed. Like I say, I do think with the beige it just seems a lot brighter. Although what I am liking, I don't think I've ever noticed before, is how all of the door pillars and stuff there, they look scuffed and scratched, like it's seen a bit of use, you know. I like that. That's cool. So there we go. The Case Maxxum series by Schnibbl Modding and Red Cat 3D. Next, we are going to be looking at the John Deere 6300 by SleutjesModding. This should be, well, hang on, is that under medium tractors? Under small tractors, it was next to those ones. We've got the 6300 John Deere 6300 mod, and we've got two. Both say 6300. One's 15,500, 10 slots. The other one's 20,500 and 11 slots. Now I can't see what the difference is between those two at the moment. Oh, is that because this one's the open cab version? That could be why. It's unusual to not have that as an option. So configurations then. We've got standard 240 kilogram front weight, 400 kilogram front weight, 560 back to standard. Why does the main colour option disappear if I do that? Does it add something else on? If I've got a front weight on, we lose the option for front loader attacher. So with the front weight on, there's no option on the right hand side for a front loader attacher. If I take the weight off, front loader attacher appears. We've got the option of Trelleborg, Michelin, Continental, Mitas, PKT, Vredestein, and back to Trelleborg again. We've got standard, rim model at the front flat tyre, so almost as well two-wheel drive. Is the difference between the two of them as well? Is it two-wheel drive and four-wheel drive? No, that's a four-wheel drive. Back to standard. Under Michelin, we start with wides, rim model, front flat. It might be the same on each of them then. Standard, rim model, dual, continental, front flat tyre 2, dual flat. So dual flat, is it? Oh, dual flat just because it's dual on the back. That's quite cool looking. Mitas, standard, rim model 2, front flat tyre 2, standard. BKT, standard, rim model 2, front flat. Back to standard. Radarstein, dual rim 2, front flat, dual flat. Back to Trelleborg. I quite like that. I don't know why, I just like that look. Design original, exhaust chrome 2, exhaust flap. Quite like the straight pipe with the flap, but that's almost right in the way of where you... All of them are though, aren't they? Then design 1, design 2, what's that changing? Can't see what that's changing. Oh, is that weights? Yeah, it's inside. You know, just about to see that. Inside the axles. So original, then you got 1 weight, 2 weights. Design 3, where's that? What's that doing? Oh, it's not obvious, is it? Design 4, 5. I honestly can't see what's changed on these. It can't all be weight options. Yeah, maybe it is. Okay. Front loader attacher, no. John Deere. Then we've got engine setup, 100 horsepower, 105 horsepower. Those are the 2 options on there. We can change the main colour. Oh, it's the seat. Oh, leather seat. Yeah, look at that. Let's choose that one. And then the difference between, yes, it is that. I'm looking at the picture now thinking that's what I can see. This is a closed cab version. I think the options are going to be the same pretty much. Yep. Options are the same. It's just a closed-in cab. Exhaust chrome, exhaust flap, then design. Ah, that could be why the options were weird on the other one. Maybe it changes the cab colour as well. The windows. Wow, that goes really dark. Original. Oh no, then it goes on here as well. Yep, there we go. Look, all the different weight options. Wow, that's a lot of weights. And then puts on the insides as well. Blimey. So all of those weight changes are all under design, or the second sets of design. Then we've got a front loader. Again, front loader attacher, John Deere, yes or no. Engine setup, 100 and 105 horsepower. And the main colour again will change our seat. Let's hop in. That's a cool looking old Deere, that is. I like that. Indicators up on the top of the cab as well there. First person. It's very cool having the open cab. Seeing those tyres move at the front. That's nice. I have to say they both look nice. There's no doors or window options on this. Just a couple of really nice John Deeres. No indicators top of the cab on this one, as opposed to the other one. Nice. Actually, I didn't look. Let's go first person. There we go. Fantastic. That's the John Deere 6300 by SleutjesModding, which brings you on to the last of the mods for today. Hopefully this works. Ha 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 ha, you've guessed it. Oh yes. The last of the mods for today. We've got the John Deere T-Series plus 600X headers by Jeff D25. 29.18 megabytes download. If I didn't say it for the last one, the John Deere 6300s, that was 19.49 megabytes to download that. So this one's 29.18. We have got under headers these two here. So the John Deere T-Series, we got the 630X, which is a 9.2 meter header, 8 slots for 59,600. We've got the 635X, which is 69,700, and that's a 10.7 meter header, also 8 slots. I'm just going to double check that. There's no options, because I've had a couple of times I've gone into the menu like this and the options haven't come up on the right hand side. I am tempting fate by keep clicking on these. Let's grab one of those. What I am going to do as well, because I can't remember off the top of my head whether or not there was a header tray that came with this. I don't think so. So those two headers. Then if we go up to our vehicles and harvesters, on the very end, the T-Series is 17 slots. 263,500 with a tank capacity of, I think it's going to be variable when we get onto the options, 10,000, 11,000 litres. The standard in-game T560 is 285 grand, 15 slots. This one I think has track options and some other options available on it as well. So, right, we've got the T550. 305 horsepower. We've got the T560, 387 horsepower. The T660, also at 387 horsepower. The tank capacity changes. So from the T560 to the T660, it goes from 10,000 litres to 11,000 litres capacity. The T670 is 455 horsepower with 11,000 litres. We go back down to the smaller options. So 11,000 litres, 455 horsepower. Price on that is 318. So it's going up a little bit. Options, we have got Trelleborg, Michelin, BKT, Vredestein, back to Trelleborg. We've got standard, wides, crawler track 2. I quite like that design actually. We come across this one more often. That's quite nice. Back to standard. Under Michelin, do we have the same option on each? Looks like it. They do look nice, don't they? BKT, Vredestein, Trelleborg, back to Trelleborg again. Right, so then we've got straw distribution width 5 metre, 6 metre, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, back to 5 metre for spreading your straw out behind you. Pipe, we've got a 5.2 metre, a 5.6 metre, 6.5, 6.5 foldable. I do like the foldable option. If you're going to go for a long pipe, it's always easier or better to fold. I mean, it's, more moving parts, but you can fold it up and you can get into bunds and stuff a little bit easier. Then we've got a license plate option on there as well. It does mean you can put slightly larger headers on that, on the longer pipe, and still be able to unload. Oh no, I was going to go for that crawler track because I quite like that. Let's hop out and let's have a look, shall we? a fair size header. We have got adjustment on the header, up, down, the reel, forward and backward. Let's scan into the light, so we can see a bit better. Those tracks are working brilliantly. A nice bit of suspension on that as well. That's a good looking harvester. Beacons. Horn. Do we have opening door? It looks like it. L1, R1 and right stick up and down. We can open our door. Lovely. Let's go over to something we can harvest. Why not? There's a nice bit of bounce on that. That's, yeah, I like it. Pipe out. Now that's interesting. Normally it won't let you do pipe out until you've unfolded the harvester. Because I forgot to do that. Let's unfold the harvester, shall we? Pipe will extend. There we go. 11,000 litres. There's some really nice detailing on this. Okay, so what sort of things do I normally look for? I'm all out of sync. Oh yeah, disable straw swath. Let's have a look and see what that does. Excellent. Interior. Got the flickering mirrors. I just need to go in and click on a bag or something like that, and that will get rid of those. It's frustrating me somewhat that it keeps doing that. Let's start it up. Let's take off lights. Nice set of lights. Nice animations. It's a nice mod. I like it. I really do like that track option. And as we came across the field, it just, you know, had a really good ride on it as well. Excellent. So there we go. That's the John Deere T-Series plus 600X headers by Jeff D25, and we have finally got to the end of the mod review. I have had a couple of hiccups, but there's a lot of mods again today. I hope you found this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.